Well, we're taking on a entire restoration big build on this car here. Let's just do a quick walk around. Kind of cool black stripes, aftermarket wheels right now. Not quite the best car or the nicest car, but it does have some decent stuff done to it already. We got tail lights, it's got an exhaust, it's got an aftermarket sway bar, a big front mount intercooler, torque solution motor mounts, a strut bar that needs fixed up, and a big turbo. It's a Precision 5858. But with a lot of things, it needs a motor. So basically we're going to be pulling this apart. If you watched the last video, we did the entire basic assembly on this right here. This built motor here is going to be going in. I did order everything to go on this. We got timing gears coming, we've got all new sensors, timing belt water pump, a bunch of stuff's coming for this. We got to order AFR gauges. We're going to be ordering a fuel system because this thing still has a standard fuel system on it. It's just not enough. And man, we're sending the turbo out to be rebuilt. We're buying new injectors. We're going to do a new radiator. We're tearing everything apart. We're going over it. We're going to be fixing the sunroof that doesn't work. It's got some leaks here by the windshield. This car is going to get some serious love. So I'm gonna fire this thing up, let you guys hear what it sounds like. We just pulled it in to get started on this. So here we go. It sounds great. Alright, so we gave her some big revs. I think we got up to about 2,000 RPMs there in that little clip. I kind of just, what I want to do is I do my normal testing. We moved this thing around a little bit. We can tell our brakes felt all right, the clutch felt all right, and now that it's up on the quick jack, I ran it through the gears. The trans felt good. It seems like it's something that's worth either sending to be rebuilt. There should be good enough parts there to use. Because the trans might be getting done in this car too. So, with that being said, we got a lot of stuff to tear apart. We're going to be draining fluids. We're going to be going over some stuff here. Check this out. Can you shake this wheel over here for me, bud? We found this right here. Where are we at? Right there. Go ahead. Got some stuff going on here with this tie rod that wasn't put together right at one time. A little bit of extra play. So we have we're going to be ordering new tie rods. We're going to be ordering the lower control arm kit. The passenger side over there, you can see it's missing the end link over there. It's broke off. I believe we need new rear end links in the back. I have some aftermarket front bushings, so we might even be putting those in also. We're going to be ordering he wants to order some different tires so we can actually hook up, because this thing is planning to make some power. So we'll probably be getting them, but we're going to find out with the brakes. We might do an upgrade on the brakes, or we're going to just, you know, do a standard brake kit that I normally order, and we're going to get those installed also. It's already got the center mount. You know, we're gonna get new front wheel wells. This lower mount here actually has the bushings out of it, which I guess from the oil and stuff getting on it kind of took that out. We might even order new headlights for this thing. You know, it's going to be hard to tell, as there is going to be a lot of stuff getting ordered for this and installed on this. So it's going to be a big one. So all right, we're gonna get this thing torn apart. All right, man, we are slowly getting there. We got axles pulled. We reassembled stuff because we're probably gonna be pushing this thing out, because that way we can get the engine bay all cleaned up. Busy getting some things unhooked, man. There was things that weren't done right, like this wire was put here. I don't know why they kept the stock overflow. That was just tight back in there. It does have a PT Cruiser dipstick, so we're gonna have to be replacing that. We got all of the charge piping off here. Everything's gonna have to get cleaned up. And like I said, check out your rear bushing. It was pretty shot there in that one. Come through here. Man, this thing is gonna be beautiful when we're done with it. Lots of stuff to upgrade. All right, just wanted to get you caught up. That's where we're at. Turbo, like I said, this thing's blown. You always want to get these rebuilt. Has a good bit of play in it here now, so it's going to be good that we are getting this thing sent out and rebuilt. All right, this engine is about ready to be pulled. A couple things I thought were kind of funny. This is all the engine oil that was in there, so I don't know if it leaked or if it was run dry or what we had going on with there. That might have been part of the reason why we have a rod knock. What else? Here's the turbo line. It's like a hydraulic setup here, and I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, there's actually a line in there, and then they have the wrong bolts going in here. So we're gonna, like I said, whoever put it together at one time, they kind of made a mess, but this thing's gonna be done right after we get this thing fixed up. And then, like, I don't know, yeah, I think I did get that, the play in the turbo. That's from probably not being oiled right. This thing was pretty decent. Like I said, the trans shifted okay, but yeah, everything's pulled apart. They had the starter wire going to the wrong place for the main harness. Our harness is going to have some work done to it. It has a staged computer in it. You can tell it had the VIN and a sticker. If I pop that off, hopefully it's a little clean underneath the sticker and I might be able to read it. But everything here's got to get cleaned up. And man, and then ready to go back in, inspected, checked over. We got some wiring repair we got to do. Just a giant mess. So, but yeah, I'm going to order a new kit for the bushings. Something wasn't done right there. I don't know. I've never seen one come apart like that on the lower. So at least this looks good. That's actually rust free. Somebody painted it. That's pretty clean. These are pretty clean. So there's a lot of stuff here that's actually pretty nice. So we'll have this thing pulled out. I'm calling it a night, and then we're going to go from there. All right, we got the good bit of the pile cleaned up. Everything's separated. This is all the stuff here we're going to be cleaning up right now. We're going to be throwing this stuff into the parts washer. I just figured I'd get a quick one here. We can see just how dirty this stuff is and covered with oil. And yeah, we're going to get this cleaned up. We're going to pull the intake down. We're going to wash that thing also. Well, here we go. All right. Well, we got some stuff cleaned up here. Looked like some of it was painted at one time. We still got this clean. We're pulling the clutch off. We're going to clean that stuff up. Here's the trans and the engine sitting out. This is the engine bay. This is when all the time-consuming stuff starts. Go over this thing, fix everything, check everything. We're probably going to put control arms on this thing, tie rod ends, clean everything up in this engine bay. It looks like when they installed the side mount here and also the transmission mount, none of the tabs were ground off. So yeah, we damaged a lot of the bushings. That's why that one down there got damaged, because the stock pin was still on here. So I'm going to price a I'm going to price a kit and rebushing. Just going to rebushing all the mounts, because that's an option with them. Like I said, we're still working on getting some stuff cleaned up. I got the intake manifold sitting in the parts washer and some other stuff right now. So we're working on getting everything stripped off of this. If the manifold looks like it's all right, we got enough bolts, maybe we can stick that onto the engine a while. And basically, like, we're going to pull stuff off. It's going to go right onto that. The modern performance delivery order was shipped. It's saying it's going to be here Friday. So we'll cross our fingers for that one. And then we can get the timing belt assembled. But like I said, we're going to be working on getting stuff pulled off of here, swapped right onto that other engine as we clean it up. There we go. Got a nice little mess. Pulling everything apart. We pulled all the front covers are removed. Everything that we need for the other engine. Well, there might be a couple bolts here or there we need yet. There's the transmission. We still got to pull the fork and clean that. Didn't get anywhere in here. There's the old timing belt. Still got to clean these couple parts. This stuff here is cleaned up. We have a cover here. The lower one was just as gross as this. Inside and out. These here are cleaned up. They just need to be wiped, and then they can get installed. Man. Got a couple brackets onto the engine. Here's pretty much everything sitting here. Put some cardboard down. Cleaned everything up so far, and it's sitting in here. Like I said, we got this thing tore down. This is pretty much the easy part of the job, is the best way to say that. So now, there's still more to clean. We're going to double check these axles. We're going to clean them up. I got to get that thing checked over, because we're going to be sending that thing out for a rebuild. As like I stated before, it had quite a bit of play. I couldn't remember. We've got a 63 housing on the exhaust side. I'm sure this thing was starving for oil, which is why it looks like that. Man, I cannot believe that. So they had a hydraulic line here hooked up to feed it, which the line was actually in the car for that. So I don't know why it didn't get installed. So there's that. There's just a checker. We're going to wash down our intermediate axle. We're going to check everything out. Looks like we need a passenger side axle there. That one's got some tears there on the boot. We'll get some of this other stuff cleaned up. And then, like I said, this thing's going to get pushed outside. And we are going to give this thing a serious clean before we get it reassembled. But there we go, man. That's tear down. I'll come back in and we'll go over the stuff, unboxing the parts that I got from our first modern performance delivery. And then I'll show you what the stuff is. I'm looking to order a fuel system for this also. And yeah, get the turbo sent out, like I said. So all things I'll go over and show you guys. But with that, it's halfway done. No, it's actually a quarter of the way done.